Honey.
Okay? Think of what you're going to talk about today. What are you going to talk about today?
Alright. So, my name's Alex. There's this girl right here. Booty shot. Turn around. This is Jenna. I tricked her somehow. And I got her to go on the road with me. We're selling our house in California. And we decided to just live on the road. Some people think that... What are you writing? Content. No, I'm trying to get to content.
I know. Let's brainstorm first.
No. This is my vlog of today.
I know, but you got to brainstorm what you're going to talk about today. So let's put down some points. Let's do 3 points. What are you going to talk about today?
What are you talking about? You're Asian, I'm Asian, we're truck drivers, and we're living on the road.
You're talking about me.
Okay, me.
Okay?
Me as in you or you as in me?
Me as in you.
Did I think I would be today where I am now 10 years ago? And honestly, the answer is hell no. I, at that time, was just so happy just to have any type of direction, you know. But before I can even talk about that, we got to go way back to really understand who I was, how my upbringing was, and just the dreams I've had. And I'm telling you, I know because you guys have the same dreams too. So people ask all the time, they're like, Alex, what the hell are you? Who are you? Are you Spanish, Asian? I'm not sure. I don't want to be disrespectful. I'm Vietnamese, you know, and so, you know, now you know I'm Vietnamese. That's who I am. But I am a proud American. I was born here in the States, in the Bay Area. At a young age, my parents wanted to move out of our neighborhood because we didn't have any money, man. I mean, my dad came over here broke as hell on a boat. I'm talking, doesn't speak any English, and you know, he gets a job as a mailman, making like 13 bucks an hour. You know, mom doesn't want us to live in that type of neighborhood no more. Our house, our living space, everything. My brother was getting harassed. People would break in our house. You know, all these things would happen, and so we moved to Tracy, California. And honestly, I would say even though I was born in the Bay Area, I'd have to rep Tracy, California, the Central Valley, because that's really where my childhood is. I can't say this enough, but I am so thankful for the move, because your friends, where you are, where you live is such a big part of who you become in this world. And living in Tracy, man, we didn't have anything to do, so we got into trouble. You know, not bad trouble, but you know, we end up like Liam Neeson, but with a set of particular skills that are useless. You know, yo-yo, skateboarding, riding our bikes. I mean, basically all these things that kids don't know how to do these days because of Minecraft and Roblox. I didn't have any direction. I worked at Baskin Robbins at 15 years old, and then after that, me and 6 of my friends applied at Burger King in the mall, and we all got the job. So, you know, that was the best job I've ever had in my life, and the most money I've ever made in my life for myself, you know. And I just used all that money on going to the arcade, just being a kid, skateboarding with friends, and it was a really great life. But I didn't have any direction, and I didn't know if I wanted to go to school, because, I mean, it just wasn't for me. Was I smart? I would think so. You know, they try to say Asians are good at math, but I just think maybe just other people are bad at math, you know, because shoot, I'm telling you what, I'm not that great at math at all, okay? I just, you know, I skimmed through, I did what I could, but I didn't have direction. And so what did I do after Burger King? I tried my best. I met a girl at the time, and you know, she was my first girlfriend. We were together for a very long time. And I got my, you know, real estate license. I was doing detailing. I was just that guy that just jumped around a lot. And I didn't know what I wanted to be. But she, you know, I thank her, because she said, you know what? If your ass don't go to college, make some of yourself, I'm gonna leave your ass. So I ended up going to college. You know, I went up going to Sac State, getting my degree. And guess what? After my degree, I end up at Walgreens, right? So you're thinking to yourself, this educational system, you're thinking to yourself, man, I'm gonna make all this money. Well, I'm working at Walgreens, making $16.50 an hour as an assistant manager. You know, one thing I've learned in life is, you know, people will tell you to work hard, and working hard is the biggest full of shit that you will ever hear in your life. You know who tells you to work hard? Your boss. Why? Because they don't want you to work and be free, right? I remember this like it was yesterday. I had a talk with my boss, my store manager at Walgreens, and he told me, look, Alex, you should quit college, work here full-time, be a full-time assistant manager. I'll bump you up to $17.25. I was like, $17.25? That's gonna change my life. You know, I'm like contemplating, I'm thinking about it. And at that time, honestly, at that time, I almost did it, until I was about to clock in one day and he was talking to his son on the phone, and I could like overhear it, you know, and he's saying like, no son of mine is not gonna go to school. You know, you're gonna go and get an education. This life isn't for you. And the first thing I thought to myself was, this life is not for you. I'm over here working my ass off and you want me to quit my education. But for your son, education is more worth it for him. Why? Because he wants his son to be better, you know, and that's why I'm telling you, bosses will always let you know. They will always let you know, dude, work hard, so that they can get their bonus, so that next year they can get their new car. So don't work hard. You got to work smart and hard in the right direction, and something that you're passionate in. There's no other way, man. And so after that, I said, forget it, man. My whole life, every summer, I'd go with my uncle. We're moving furniture every damn summer. I love this man to death. I just wanted to spend time with him. And I probably broke so much furniture when I think about it. But from 10 years old all the way to that time, I was like, dude, I'm having so much fun with my uncle. And the crazy part about it is I didn't even know I was growing a skill. And then one day he goes, you know, he calls me Nam, right? That's my Vietnamese name. Shit, I'm busting it all out, right? So he goes, Nam, why don't you do my taxes? So I do his turbo taxes. And I'm like, oh shit, you made $35,000? That's not bad as a truck driver. Well, here's the truth. That was from January 1st to January 15th, okay? That was the type of money they were making back then in the moving game. Crazy money. That was for like 2 weeks worth of work. Man, I was sold, man. I went to the shittiest CDO school in Sacramento, California that I could find. I paid like $1,500. They had one truck that was broken down. I had to like get there extra early, tip the guy out like $100 just to practice. And man, I sucked. I sucked so bad. I was like, dude, I am not gonna pass. And guess what? At the DMV, everyone failed and I passed, man. You know, it was crazy. It was crazy. But you know, that was kind of the start of it, man. That really was. I didn't even know I was building a skill. I just thought I was building a friendship with my uncle. Just a dude that held me down. You know, I gotta give a shout out to my uncle real quick. You know, me and him, you know, I love him to death, but man, when he was training me for real, it was hard, man. The man would yell at me. It was just tough love. The dude would yell and cry out like, dude, I am ready not to be here no more. And from that, I just looked and I was just like, why does this man hate me so much? But I didn't know. My dad actually sponsored him to come over here from Vietnam. My dad and mom were the ones that helped him get his permit. My mom and dad were the ones that helped him get his first car. So when he was making money, my dad didn't make a lot of money. He actually gave my family the down payment for our first house. Okay, when I wanted to play music, yes, Asian playing music, he gave my mom the $600 to buy me my first Yamaha clarinet. I mean, this dude has done so much for our family and always kept on the hush. So I'm just here to tell you, man, like, I love you. Like, I can't believe you did that for us. And I mean, I always knew you were hard on me, but you know, I didn't think that, or I didn't know that you did all that for our family. But you know, I have to backtrack just a little bit. You know, at that time, you know, my first love my first girlfriend. We were together for a long time, and I still love the family. Everyone in that family is beautiful. But, you know, the best part was she told me to go to school. But we didn't work out, and it was fine. I mean, no hate. It was fine, you know what I mean? We just didn't work out. But, yeah, I ended up going to a nightclub like a couple months later, you know, and I met a friend, you know what I'm saying? And a friend was like, yo, what's going on? And I told her, dude, if you got some girlfriends, tell her to go to the park in Sacramento, you know, for a friend's birthday. It's my homie Chris and Josh, a birthday at the time. And man, this girl CeeLo, she brings this girl. Man, she was beautiful, y'all. She was beautiful. I was trying to be like, dude, I'm gonna get at that, but I was nervous. I didn't think I could, you know what I'm saying? So I tried to ask her out. I hit her up on Facebook, people. I DM'd her on Facebook, and it didn't really work, but you know, her friend showed me love, and it was crazy. And you know, that was Jenna, and me and Jenna have been together about 11 years now. You know, we've been through it thick and thin. She'd been there since I was working at Walgreens. I didn't have much. You know, she took a risk when I was going to the school, and I was so feeling blessed, but still just nervous. You know, it's like, even though I show you guys these videos, right, and you guys watch these videos, and these people show you their pay stubs of them making money, you think to yourself, like, is it real? And I was nervous to take that leap of faith, that jump, to really make that happen. But we're here today. We're out here in Clearwater Beach, and we're hanging out with that girl C. We call her CeeLo, and her man T, man. Tang, shout out to you, man. You know, he proposed to her yesterday. I know what you're thinking. I need to propose to Jenna. It's gonna happen, y'all. Jenna don't watch these videos, so she ain't gonna know when it's gonna happen. But you know, we got to see that beautiful moment of that girl, that friend of mine, that sister of mine that hooked me up with Jenna. We're hanging out with them this week, and you know, they had a dance just to, you know, their love is real. And a quick shout out to them, because I see love, like, without you, honestly, I might not have met Jenna, so I appreciate that. You know, thanks for putting in the good word, right? But going back to the story, it's just, you know, I was in CDO school, and at that time, you know, Jenna now was like, yo, you know, I don't know, you know, you got this degree, you're doing all these things, but nothing's really panning out, you know, and are you sure you want to go this trucking route? So there's that CDO school, like I said, that ghetto ass school, and I ended up passing. And when I passed, you know, Jenna took me out to eat. I mean, we were excited, and it just started from there. And from there, it's like I started investing. You know, I bought a little fourplex. I bought a regular house. I ended up buying a house cash for my parents. Boom, you know, if you look at this picture, you'll see it'll have grass where the garage is, but that's the model home of the actual one that I bought for them. Straight cash, yo, like, you know. And how did I make that money? Through real estate. You know, the other houses I had, the market was down at the time, and I sold it. And when I sold it, I made some money, and the first thing I did was I bought my parents a spot. And so throughout that time, I was nervous working with my uncle, but I went out, and after training with him for a year, I went, and he gave me his truck, y'all, a Eagle, you know what I'm saying, an International Eagle, and it was cool, but it blew up after like a couple of trips. And then after that, I bought an International, and that kind of messed up. And then after that, I bought another International, and people are gonna be like, why does this fool invest in so many ProStar Internationals? Well, I'll tell you why. It's because my uncle drives one, and that dude's a legend to me. If he drove a Mac, I would drive a Mac. I don't care. I just want to be like the legend, you know what I mean? And so I'm here to tell you that you can do this. Like, it can really work for you. And my first year, I grossed $170,000, and I probably took home like $80,000. It was the most money I've ever made in my life. And going on 10, 11 years as an owner-operator now, you know, I've just never made less than $100,000. So going from 16, 17, 5 an hour working at Walgreens, now I'm going to making over 100,000, taking care of my whole family. The dream is like, I can't believe it. And throughout that time, for about 5-6 years, I was bored on the road, you know. So I started making videos, and you know, I don't know what has happened to my life, but now I just travel the nation and just help people and try my best to give back to the world, because I am so thankful. And we're just here, we're chilling. But I'm rambling on today, but I'm home, I'm with family, and I'm just grateful that I'm here and able to grind and hustle every day. And hopefully, you know, I know the sun's in my eyes, but hopefully just do something amazing that can help others, and hopefully do something great for myself and leave my own legacy. But that's my goal. What I've gone through, what I've been through, is a similar story to what you've been through. And I know you're watching this right now thinking to yourself that you can't make it, but you can make it. You can do anything you want to do, and I'll keep on stepping up to the plate to making these videos so that you know that it is possible. But, you know, people, they always say, Alex, man, you make the same damn videos, you interview the same type of people. Well, you know what? You might not need to hear that video today, but I'll be here for you when you do. But I love you all so much, man, and I appreciate y'all. You know, I thank you. Have a great day. And we have such a short time on this earth. Just do something amazing with it, man. You know, I'm gonna spend this life trying to help as many people as I can, bring the whole team up. Because, like I say, man, you ain't a boss until you make other bosses. Let's go.